You ever wish your autistic brain would just shut up? Chances are you know exactly what I mean. That constant mental noise that steals your focus, wrecks your productivity, and ruins your sleep at night. I'm right there with you. It's exhausting, frustrating, and sometimes downright overwhelming. But in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways you can finally calm that brain down and get back the focus and rest you really deserve. But first, let's understand what we're dealing with. Comment down below with your story if this is something you can relate to. Sometimes your brain is like a radio stuck on repeat. Maybe it's the lyrics of a song, a rhythm, or a loop of random thoughts that just won't let go. Then when you try to focus, those thoughts just cling on, slowing you down and making it harder for you to get anything done, and perhaps affecting your sleep at night. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. As an autistic person, your brain processes the world differently, and sometimes that just means more mental noise. And now, here is the first tip to calm down that noisy brain: meditate to anchor your mind. Now, meditation isn't about emptying your mind. Often that's not possible. Instead, it's about learning to anchor your attention, often on your breath, and bringing back your focus when your thoughts begin to wander. When you meditate, you're training your brain to notice the noise without getting swept away by it. Over time, this can reduce the intensity of your racing thoughts and make it easier to calm down, especially before bed. When you meditate, you're training your brain to notice the noise rather than getting swept away by it. Over time, this can reduce the intensity of racing thoughts and make it easier to calm down, especially before bed. So start small. Even just 3 minutes a day can help. Apps like Medito and Headspace often have guided meditations designed for beginners. Tip number 2, be mindful of what you listen to. Your favorite songs might be comforting, but they can also keep your brain stuck on repeat, especially if they're catchy or emotionally charged. Instead, try podcasts, educational content, or audiobooks, something new that requires your brain's attention but isn't emotionally triggering. This can help distract your mind from repetitive loops and gently redirect your focus. Just don't binge watch cat videos at night. That's a trap. Finally, tip number 3, go for a drive. Yes, seriously, driving demands your full attention. You can't multitask or let your mind wander too much without risking safety. This forced focus can actually help your brain hit the reset button, quieting the noise and giving you a mental break. Just make sure you're safe and alert. This isn't about erasing your thoughts, but rather giving your brain a structured task. Here, let me tell you a story that made me fully appreciate the importance of being forced to pay attention. So, one day I was driving home from work. I stopped at the red light and I began to turn right, but I didn't notice the person who had pushed the red light and was turning left right into me. Thankfully, I noticed them and I managed to slam on the brakes just in time. But I almost didn't notice them because I was too lost in thought and not fully paying attention. And that incident made me fully realize the importance of being forced to pay attention. And so I learned from that going for a drive is something that's great for helping you calm your brain because it leaves you with no choice but to focus. Though especially if you're easily distracted, the number of distractions in your car should be 0. Or better yet, if you're just trying to get anything done, remove all distractions and lock in and focus. I've talked about locking in and focusing on my Twitter before, and this is something else that ties into that. Now, none of these are magic cures, but with practice, they can make a real difference. If you struggle with a noisy brain, you're not alone, and there are practical ways to find calm. Try these tips and let me know in the comments which one works best for you. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who may need it. Together, we can build a community that supports each other through the noise.